All right, so every day this month I'm pinging out a tip for you that you can use. It usually comes from maybe a call I've had with a client or someone I might have spoken to. And there's a really important principle that I employ and I have done for many years. And I've shared it today, in fact, with the client I just had a call with just before this. It's a really interesting way of looking at your money, and it's counterintuitive, but only because it goes against what you may have traditionally been taught. And it goes something like this. If you don't have much money, a natural reaction by many is one of retreat. So essentially to say to themselves, I don't feel I've got much money this month. What things could I rein back? What things could I pull back on? Can I tighten my belt? Could I save a bit? Whereas instead you should say, what is being spent is being spent. If I don't have enough money, I need to go and get more money. Okay, so by denying yourself the option of saving or pulling back or looking for ways in which you could not spend as much, you only give yourself the option of making more money to deal with the problem. So our client I spoke to a bit earlier, they're using a piece of software. I think it's about $50 per month. One option would be to downgrade and get a cheaper version of that software, but that $50 a month feels like an unnecessary expense because it's not getting much in the way of results. So you get a cheaper one so it doesn't feel as painful, but probably still not get any results because you're not using the software. The alternative is, use the software properly. But the key thing is that you don't complain about the amount of money you're spending, you go make more money instead. And we talked about ways in which she can just go ahead and make herself some money this month and some things she can certainly employ. And I think that it's the same really for anything you have as an expense. If you feel like you're a bit hard up or things are a bit tight, it's your duty to go and find more money rather than to always be trying to save. And sure, be optimize things here and there, but you're not going to move to a great position of abundance by having the mindset of, well, if I can shave off, $5 spend a month on this or $10 a month spend on that, it does all add up and it might save you $100 a month, but what are you really doing here? The key is to get yourself more. So if you're running your own business or you're selling something, or you have, everyone in the world has the opportunity to make more if they want to, then that is a really strong approach. So I suppose what I'm saying here today is what I've always done is, I say always, for many, many years now, what I've always said to myself is, if things are tight, go get more money. Don't rein in your spend. If you're going to be seeing in your bank balance at the end of the month a certain amount of money and there's all of these expenses going out, well, that's what's getting spent. So you need to go find money to offset it. So if it means you need to turn up the heat on your sales, you need to find some more sales, then fine. If at the end of the month you're going to run out of money because you're losing a client or something, it doesn't mean that you should start tightening your belt. It means you should be spending time finding more money and more clients instead. Have the abundance approach instead. Stop trying to tighten your belt. Start getting out there and getting yourself more money instead. People say, oh, that's easier said than done. No, it's not. It really is simple. You've generated money so far, go generate some more. Be inventive. Create the situation where if there was nothing you could do but go make more money, if that money has to be spent and you can't save anymore, then you'd have to go make more money. So you need to be creative about it. And if you feel like you can't, well, you're not thinking hard enough. That's the way to look at it. Okay, so be interested in your thoughts on this, but my view has always been, if money's going to get tight, I need to go get more, rather than, oh, I've just got to try and hold on to the end of the month or something like that. No, go get more money now, and that will offset the expense you've currently got. So don't tighten the belt, go get more. Let me know what you think of that.